very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we don't.
What's good, everybody? Hold on. Always help to make sure the mic is working, right? What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of my first reaction for Hbo'S The Last of Us. Excellent show. Another fire episode. And they are doing something very, very unique that hasn't been done on TV. And I'm going to break it down. And I know a lot of y'all probably like, wait a minute, what? It's good, but what are you talking about? And so, before I break it down, let me give a shout out to a couple of the people that was here live chatting with me while the show was going on. If you ever want to live chat with me, I will be live chatting from now on episodes on Facebook as well as YouTube. So you can check me out on Facebook or YouTube and live chat with me while the episode is airing. Shout out to SJ for coming through and a couple others. So getting to it, what is so unique and different about this show that has never been done before is this. This show is a zombie show, a crunchy, supposedly gruesome action zombie show based off a video game. We've seen this type of stuff made, whether it's The Walking Dead, although that's based off a comic book, but zombie shows, zombie movies, or whatever the case. And yeah, they all have some type of character-driven, whatever the case, plot. But it's mostly zombie as the main character, pretty much. Whereas in The Last of Us, it seems like nearly every episode, you can forget that there's zombies there. It's so much character-driven dialogue and storyline and action as far as action with the characters and them being developed without zombie interaction that is different from any other zombie type show ever made, because they focus so much on the characters and building them and the story and their development and everything going on. You barely see zombie time on this show, but it is put in a good way that is not where you're like, man, it's hardly no action, or man, you never see this or never see that. This is boring. It shows that less is more, sort of like what Spielberg did with Jaws. You barely got to see the shark on the screen, but it was a major hit. And everybody was scared to go into the water ever since, to this day. So, you know, this is excellent and different in the sense that we probably only saw the zombie action and the zombie on the screen for what? This episode, 2 to 3 minutes of screen time, maybe 2 to 3 minutes in a whole hour-long episode. So I think that's great. It's great how they put it in there. It had me kind of anticipating what was going to happen, especially when we saw old Mushroom Head over there. It had me thinking a couple things like, man, first of all, why they sipping on that nasty drizzang? They about to catch the disease sipping on that old yak. Sipping on that yak. I'm like, man, I got a bottle over here I could throw him, man. Sipping on that nasty yak from dude, man. What the hell? Anyway, we'll go ahead and break it on down. But that's just something I want to say before I get into it, that I love how this is and not zombie driven like so many other zombie shows and movies are. It's more about the kill of the zombie and the zombie action more so than the character dialogue and things. Now, some people don't like dialogue, or it's boring to them, so they may not like the show. But for those that like to understand why a person is dead or why they went through what they went through or do what they do, because now it makes you care more when they die or when they do whatever, you'll like this, because I like it. I mean, seeing somebody just killing this, doing that, you don't know what they about or whatever, it just, I could care less, you know, if they die or live. So, anyway, what up, Juan Blaze up in here, Juan Marley. What's up, Damian Kenny coming through with the hashtag JMoreReviews. Everybody watching and also on the replay, don't forget to hit the hashtag JMoreReviews. It's very much appreciated. It helps so with the channel, so definitely appreciate it. I mean, of course, a lot of people try to, you know, copy a lot of things that I do, and you know, I look at it as imitation is the best form of flattery. So, you know, it is what it is. But definitely appreciate everybody for coming through and hitting the JMoreReviews hashtag. What up, Savannah? You know what I'm saying? So what we about to so this first episode was really good. Oh, before I get into it, you say, Savannah say, send me that bottle. So that reminds me that I am about to start doing giveaways. So I am a member of, you know, SAG. And so as a member of SAG, they send me a lot of movies and things to watch. And I could get them as digital downloads, but I like to actually get them as physical copies. So they send me all these different movies and things to watch, from Elvis, the whole seasons of TV shows to all kind of stuff. Black Panther. I got all kind of movies and things. So what I'm going to start doing is start just doing giveaways, random giveaways. I'm not going to advertise it. I'm not going to put it in the title so that, you know, those that aren't real decide to come and watch because it says giveaway. So I don't have a lot. I got a few, around 20 or so. But what I'm going to do is just do it randomly. It may be on the Last of Us. It may be on the Godfather Harlem video. It may be on anything. It may be on the BMF video, a Power video. Who knows? So just depends on how I'm feeling and what's going on. So just stay tuned. If you already always come through and watch, you got nothing to worry about. And we going to keep it going. I'm going to give back. And, you know, I always like to do something, whether it was cash giveaways or something. I always like to do something for my people. So we going to go ahead and do that. All right. Definitely appreciate the hashtag JMoreReviews. That's going to be the key, what people going to have to do in order to get in there. I'm going to do my little raffles like I used to do. So you definitely going to have to start putting hashtag JMoreReviews in every video, because when I do the raffle, I'm going to just say, all right, boom. And if you ain't did it, you ain't in it. So keep that in mind. I'm going to start reminding people so they can get ready. Let's go. So this Last of Us, another excellent fire episode. We see, and it's similar to the game, where they have flashbacks and different things in the cutscenes. One thing that they have left out in the game that we are about to see coming up pretty soon is that it's a lot of interaction with raiders and things, other people that's around trying to steal and loot and stuff. They've been traveling to Wyoming and all these places, Colorado, with relative ease, and they haven't bumped into anybody. So we will see, I believe, in the next episode that they will have more encounters with the raiders. Let me take a little sip of the nectar of the gods. All right. So where we left off last episode is we saw Joel got stabbed with the broken baseball bat. He got stabbed with the wiffle ball bat. The wiffle ball bat. Blah! Anyway, he's over there hurt. Ellie. Let me zoom in. Ellie. He leaving me. Leave. Go. So we see somehow they then got on the horse. Back on the horse. Got him to a basement somewhere, and he's laid out on the bed, hurt. Ellie, leave me. Go. Ellie, don't do it. Ellie. Anyway, he damn near talk her into going and leaving him. You know what I'm saying? And she like frustrated. She run and leave after he done basically told her to leave him, that he's dead. Go for yourself. She goes up to the steps frustrated about to leave, and right before she leaves she paused, and that's when she had a little flashback moment. And that's where most of the episode takes place, is that she's paused at that step and she's thinking for a brief moment. But to us, we see that brief thought was pretty much the whole episode, which was about how the last person she cared about and how she was with them, how it went bad. But we still don't know how bad, how they gonna, what happened. I'll get to that. But pretty much how the last person she was with and cared about, it went bad. So we see her pause. Next thing you know, boom, flashback to when she was back in the QZ and training or whatever, getting bullied, picked on by some Big Shirley wannabe. You know what I'm saying? She had a little Walkman tape player cassette, and next thing you know, she got a black eye, but she in the little office with, I wish they would have showed that fight. I mean, that could have been cool. That wasn't necessarily zombie stuff, but they actually skip a lot of action and gratuitous zombie and gruesome scenes. They actually skip it. So I know some people that say, I don't like that because I don't like the crunchiness. It's just too much, the gruesomeness. They actually skip a lot of that stuff. They do. Anyway, so she was in a fight with the girl, but they skipped it. Anyway, she in the office, and the officer is telling her, hey, look, pretty much, you need to chill out, follow the rules, stay in line, and in a couple years, you could be an officer. We pretty much run this. We hold it all together. If you an officer, you'll be making decisions. You can make the people like, old girl that da-da-da-da, go clean doo-doo. Pretty much. And so she had her thinking like, So now she thinking like, in a year or two, a couple years, I could be an officer. I could possibly be making the rules, running stuff. And I mean, it's pretty much, they do run it. I mean, it's not like it's a real government. They're a little mini government, FEDRA. They may communicate with the other stuff. I guess you could look at FEDRA as similar to FEMA. And so say they have FEMA camps or FEMA quarantine zones. And so now you got all the people living in these quarantine zones where it's parts of a city that have been blocked off, walled up, secured, so that the rest of the people can be safe. And this quarantine zone that she lives is in Boston, the FEMA zone. Anyway, we see that her friend is my girl, boy. She's a great actress. She gonna be something big. She's excellent on Euphoria, and she was Deadshot daughter, although that was a very small scene. In Suicide Squad, it was very intense with her and Idris Elba with the fork you, fork you, fork you, fork you, fork you, fork you, fork you. Anyway, we see that that she's thinking about it, and it's actually a great option. If I was her, I'd be wanting to take that option over the Fireflies. And the Fireflies is what everybody looks at as what we would probably call ISIS, or some type of terrorist organization, in the sense that they want to get rid of FEDRA, overturn it, and they think that they can make things back the way it used to be. But pretty much it is back the way it used to be. It was law. It was police. It was order before. Now they want to just make it like power to the people and communism, which is pretty much what's going on at the camp that Joel's brother is in that we saw in episode 5. It can work and be okay with a smaller group of people, but communism can have its problems when you got a lot of people that ain't pulling their own weight, and you got some people that work more and do more, but they get the same as somebody that don't do nothing. That can be very frustrating. So, you know, that's where communism can begin to break down. That's one way. But anyway, so they don't like the Fireflies. And to be honest, I kind of agree. I wouldn't want the Fireflies to take over and throw everything into chaos. We saw what was happening in Kansas City, where they were looking for what's his name? I don't know why I can't remember his name. I want to say Frank. Anyway, so that was worst situation to me. I don't know, but they said Fedra there was horrible too. So if the Fedra is horrible, then hey, whatever. Anyway, we see that while she in her room, her friend sneak in, who is the sister of Zendaya on Euphoria, the little sister. And so while they there hanging out, she been missing for a while. Come to find out, she joined the Fireflies, and she been in boot camp training, so to speak. So they sneak out, and she rooftop hopping parkour. They got her doing some parkour or whatever. And so next thing you know, she say, let me show you something. They go into the mall. She like, they closed the mall. It's full of infected. She like, yeah, well, if it's full of infected and they closed it, then why it ain't closed? So they sneak into the mall, and while they there, she done learned how to turn on the electricity, you know, and because Ellie is so damn young, she pretty much is a damn pandemic baby. You know what I'm saying? So I had to take a little sip of the juice. I like it, the juice. I like it, the juice. Anyway, they dumbass sipping on the juice. When they was jumping over there to go to the mall, she came across one dead dude, which I don't know if it's the same dead dude or not. I think it's a different one, but he was in the hallway, and she was like, he wasn't here yesterday. He was sitting there with a bag of pills and some Drizank. That boy was trying to drink away the pain, boy. He was about to get high. Anyway, we don't know what kind of pills those was. Them was some big-ass horse pills. Them boys was some oxycodone up in them, some Roxy's. Party like a rock star. He was rocked up over there, but he had that big-ass drink. He had that mushroom head and lips. And these dumbass girls gonna take his drink and actually put their lips on it and suck on it. Ugh. They ain't even wipe it off. I'm like, damn, girl. What else you put your lips on without wiping it off? Anyway. We see they drinking. I thought they was going to get sick. But from the drink. Or it was going to give them some type of immunity. Let a mushroom head sip on some drink. Then you drank it. And next thing you know, that's the new vaccine. It's called the hen dog vaccine. Hey, look here, man. If you get you a little mushroom head to lick on that bottle, then you take a little shot. Knock everything out. Everything is fine. Anyway, we see they dumbass took the bottle, which I guess it turned out it wasn't nothing wrong with it, unless that's what they gonna pour in the damn bite mark. But they go to the damn mall. She done learned how to turn the power on, everything. The girl's pretty smart. I don't know if I'd have figured out how to turn the damn power on in the mall. I'd have been looking all over the damn place. I don't know I guess I could have figured it out, but I don't know. Shit, they didn't even have no damn light. She would have had to do it with a flashlight. But anyway, she figured it out. She did tell Ellie she been there a few times without her. And so, ain't no telling how many times she been there. She been missing for a couple weeks. So, I like at least when they explain stuff with a single line like that. Hey, we don't know. But she been there enough to figure out all of this. She telling her the 4 wonders of the mall. Turned out to be 5 because Ellie ain't never seen the escalator. Her goofy ass trying to get on the escalator. Moving stairs. Whoa. I'm going for it. I'm going back. I'm going nowhere. So she was tweaked. Just seeing all this stuff that we take for granted. Civilization. You know what I mean? We take a lot of things for granted in life. And even I realized that the hard way. But we see she there, excited, looking at stores. Some stores is empty, some aren't. She like, why are some empty, some aren't? They're like, well, my mom told me that when the pandemic first happened, people were looting, taking stuff that they felt was most important. And it just goes to show, truthfully, our mindset, because this kind of happened. I saw this, I hate to say Katrina, but when they were showing Katrina with people in water and floods and their house flooded, but they got a TV in the shopping cart pushing it through the water. They done stole a TV. Where you gonna plug it? Where you gonna put it? You don't have a home right now, but you still in TVs and stereos. So similar to that, Foot Locker was empty. Everybody had to get them Jordans and shoes, even though it's a pandemic. Like, where you putting new shoes on to look good for? Where you going? If it's a pandemic or something happening, my shoe collection, although I do like it, and it is nice to have as an option to sell, if it's the end of the world, fork them. What I'm be trying to sell, shoe carry running down the street with shoes, or trying to sell them, I need to keep these. I need to maybe trade for barter. It's over. So I would have went and looted for food, water, bullets. Anyway, she like, so people wanted shoes, but not food and medicine and all this other stuff they had, and candles and other stuff. Candles I get, but it's the pandemic. I might not want to smell your mushroom head ass. Might not want to smell your rotted head ass. Boy, girl, your cuckoo smell like somebody died inside. Oh, snap. Somebody did. Get that candle, wave it. Get some sage. Try to wave away the bad funk. Get some of that boric acid. Anyway, they all going, what up, Mika? That's my girl, Tamika. What's up, Tamika? So we see that they up in there, you know what I'm saying, going through the mall. It's pretty much empty, but we do see that they got a mushroom head little mop over there on the side, laid off in the cut. Y'all see my Last of Us over here? I done beat the game too. I just saw it in my Ellie. Oh, that reminds me. In this episode and the last episode, well, the last episode and another episode, they actually had the people that do the voice for Ellie and Joel and a couple other characters like Marlene and stuff. They actually had the real actors in the show. They were actually in the show. They weren't playing Ellie and Joel, of course, and Marlene, but they were there. So that's a cool, fun fact that, they actually got the voiceover actors in the show. Anyway, they going through the mall, having a good time, hop on the Ferris wheel, and the whole time I see that they giving each other looks, And even when they was talking in the bedroom, I was like, something ain't right. And so I thought that old girl was liking Ellie, and her friend wanted to get with Ellie. I'm like, oh snap, Ellie got a little secret admirer over here. She want to go ahead and get a little bit of that Game of Thrones, little cuckoo. You refused the call. When we sent you the message, you refused the call. Her little ass got smashed by that giant, though. She poked him in the eye. Anyway, we see they riding that little pony. Ride a white horse. The boom, boom. If you want to ride, ride a white horse. I bet y'all know about that old school 80s house music. Anyway, we see they riding that little pony. That baloney pony getting practice. Oh, okay. Anyway, it break down. They leave. They definitely was having a lot of vibage going on, and I thought they was probably gonna make out then. I'm like, man, and I also got a little conspiracy theory about that. But anyway, I have to share that with all my people in Discord. Shout out to all my Discord family members. Make sure if y'all ain't a part of Discord, y'all join and come on through. That's for all the channel members, where a lot of extra stuff go down, talk, share things. Definitely join the channel, and I'll tell you and share a lot of other things that ain't always on the scene. This is behind the scene. Anyway, we see the vibage going on, but nothing happened. They leave, go other places. Then we see, after they done went a few other places, she finds out when they go to this little taco place, which, you see what I'm saying? Did you hear what I said? They went to the taco place. You know what I'm saying? You get me? Told you it was vibage. It's two females. They go to a taco stand. What do they have? Two tacos. You know what I'm saying? See how I'm putting this together? It's all the mathematics. It's a conspiracy. They got two tacos. They go to a taco stand to what? Bump tacos. Anyway, they go to the taco stand. I think they about to bump tacos for real. They played Mortal Kombat, so you know I'm thinking that she might be in the mode of what's this, Chun-Li? All of them. I'm thinking she might scissor kick. They go scissor kick, scissor. You know what I'm saying? Bump taco, Mortal Kombat, scissor kick, finish her. She had already finished her and showed her how I could eat you up. I could eat you up and spit you out. Nothing but bones, girl. Yep. Eat you up and just spit you out. Nothing left but bone. Anyway, come to find out, this girl's a damn suicide bomber. Blue. I'll blow you. And not the way you want. I have backpack. I have backpack with bomb. Mini bomb backpack. You want book bag or backpack? I have backpack. Turn out this girl got all these pipe bombs ready to blow up soldiers. She like, yeah, but you ain't gonna hurt civilians. Oh no, we would never hurt a civilian like you. Oh yeah, like they listen to you. Just like you talking about, like, the people gonna listen to me, like they gonna listen to your ass. So she mad. They done had their first little fight before it already started. They breaking up. Breakups to makeups. Next thing you know, we see as she leaving, she having second thoughts. She want to come back because she done told her that she a firefly and that she about to leave, and She's really about to blow this joint. Literally. Bloom. So she come back. That's my boo. That's my boo. That's my quarterback. That's my quarterback. So she come back. Then she hears some So she like, oh snap, she getting attacked. We already saw they got a mushroom head, little mushroom cloud laying mother inside the place. So we thinking maybe the mushroom cloud laying mother done got a piece of it. Come to find out, the last wonder of the world was some old pop-up Halloween shop that we always see coming around September. Be gone by November. I'll be gone to November. Anyway, they had little funny little cheap ass things in there, but if you ain't never seen this stuff before, I'm sure it would be interesting. So she comes, they see it, they laughing, they looking at it, whatever, and next thing you know, while they sitting there, here come the mushroom cloud laying mother, come for the attack move, and now they fighting. They trying to do something. She done shot at them. That didn't work. You know what I'm saying? They dude coming, they ain't shoot him in the head. So he's still coming. He grabbing her friend. She trying to shank him. You know what I'm saying? Ellie. She pull out her little knife trying to shank him in the gut. Like, you know, that wasn't gonna work. He ain't got nothing but mushroom dust up in that piece. You know what I'm saying? So her friend got not laid out. Dropped the gun, laid out unconscious. They fighting. Ellie trying to stab him. She get away. They fall under the racks of clothes, trying to escape, do all this stuff. Her friend finally get her ass woke up, grabbed the pistola, and bust his ass a couple times. Still ain't nothing happening until Ellie finally stab him in the head. No more mushroom. The shrooms. The shrooms, man. The shrooms, man. Look, man. You take a couple of the shrooms. So, she sit there laughing. Woo! That was a close one. Got him. Woo! Her friend looking like... You know you done forked up, right? You done forked up. Ellie got a bite on her arm. She tried to rub it off. No! Does it rub off? No! She spit on it. I spit on it. Does that help? No, she ain't do that, so she tweaking. Next thing you know, her friend show her that she done got bit on her hand. Once bitten. Once bitten. Who know about that movie, Once Bitten? See, I'm going to start doing random trivia like that. Who was the star in the movie Once Bitten? But I'm going to have to do stuff, I don't know, because people can Google that. So I'll just have to do the JAYMOOREREVIEWS raffle. But, for fun, who was the star in the movie Once Bitten? And did you actually see it or did you Google it? Anyway, they both got bit. They now have become Mushroom Man's lunch. Now we leave with them sitting there bit, sad. You know, they done already shared their first kiss when they was in there. And Ellie was sitting there on the cabinet looking at her. And Ellie then came and... Sorry. For what? I've been wanting you to kiss this all night long. I got more places. More places. They feel much better, too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? I got another pair of lips you can kiss that actually kiss you back, too. Yeah. Well, see? Yeah. Then they got all that interrupted because Once Bitten want to get a piece. God dog it. Once bitten, then took a piece of their ass. We don't understand yet how they survived, and did her friend die or what? Because she said we got a couple options. Option one, quick and painless. Click, clack. Click, clack. She like, you know what? I don't like option 1. Which, I mean, you know, according to the Bible, if you take your own life, you just getting on that elevator down. You're getting on the elevator going down. So, anyway, she say option 2 is we just turn together. We gon' turn together. So, we'll see what happens maybe the next episode. But as of now, we don't know if she decided to take option 1 or not. And did she survive, and as well as Ellie? Because some reason Ellie survived, but she didn't. What's the difference between the two? Or does she survive and she left? And they did an experiment on her that didn't go right. I don't know yet. You all let me know in the comments right now. Put a S. Does Ellie's friend survive? Or does she die? Put a 1S if she survives. Put a 2S if she dies. So, my opinion, I think she is going to die. And I think she's going to turn. I would put a 2S. But I don't understand yet why she turned and not Ellie. I mean, unless Ellie got some special DNA blood. I mean, they both took a sip of that yak. I don't know what's different, you know. But, nevertheless, we will see next episode. Because right then, snap back to the reality. Oh, they go Rabbit. They go Joel, and he bleeding in his belly. So she does continue to go through the door, but instead she's running through this raggedy ass house looking for something. Of course, it's been cleaned out to the bare bones, but she luckily finds a needle and thread, and so now she can go downstairs and she gonna try to sew up the hole in Joe's belly. Now, one thing she didn't do is they didn't burn it. Gotta burn it first so you don't get infection. But I guess at this point, they just trying to stop the bleeding. So she got the needle and thread, came back, and when she came back, they kind of had that look. Like, look, I'm here for you. And you here for me too. So shut your ass up. Because we saw last episode, he basically tried to put her off on Tommy because he was hurt. And like he told her, hey, you right, you not my daughter. And hey, I'm not your father. But he showed up in the stables ready for her. So, same thing. Now she knows he's there for her. He now knows she's there for him. And the episode ends with her beginning to sew up his hole from that broken bat. And if they are able to sew that up just enough for him to be able to get back to the camp where everybody was, he could be okay. You know, so they said it was a 4-day ride to get to where they were. So we don't know how long they've been riding. Has it been a couple days? Is it still just the same day? How far did they get? So they may have as much as still 4 days or close to it, or as little as a couple days. I doubt they got 2 days with that hole in his belly like that. So they probably got at least more than 2 days, I'm saying. So they probably got at least a minimum of 2 days at the best, and a max of still got 4. So we'll see how it go. But you know, yeah. Kitchen Skills, what's up, Kitchen Skills? Appreciate you coming through. This Kitchen Skills said Joe is gonna have tetanus when he recovers. Hey, for real. Hey, Ellie, I got a lockjaw. Ellie, I can't open my mouth, Ellie. What you do? What you sum me up with? A rusty nail? You fucking bitch. Ellie, you screw me. Hey, but that's real. So that's why they just really need to get that bleeding stopped so that he can get to the camp. Because tetanus and all that stuff is no joke. And if it's not treated, then he's still in trouble. But the only thing that's the benefit of that is it take a few days to really get him in trouble. Which the bleeding is more immediate. So, and hopefully, since they got all that nice stuff at that place, hopefully they got the meds that he need. With some penicillin, they're going to feed him some moldy bread. Look at y'all, just eat this. But they're moldy. It's okay. We'll put a little mayo on it. Hey, we got bacon. Once you got bacon, you got everything. I want sheep. Because not only are they tasty, they're good lovers. Oh. I love the sheep. Sheep. Joe, something else. So we about to go ahead. I'm about to go ahead and give it a rating for this episode. And I appreciate everybody for watching. SJ, you say that Tito's handmade vodka. Strong drink with cranberry juice. You know it, and you know this, man. Or you see my Tito Santana up there? That Tito Santana, baby. What you know about Tito Santana? They call him Tito. That Tito Santana, man, is a good dream, man. You give you little Tito. Alright, now, let's do this rating. Man, that was amazing. I spent a big budget on that. Okay. Now, the Moorescore is my rating system that I use. Real simple. 4 categories, 25 points each. Give you a score of 100. You can always round it down to a score of 1 to 10 by dropping the decimal point. And as always, I like to give a 0.5 margin of correction. So if anybody feels differently of the score within a 0.5 range in either direction, I can see that. More than that, you tripping. Let's get into it. The visuals and cinematography, the camera work, the camera angles, how they show the picture and how everything is portrayed, the flashbacks, everything, the camera's top notch, 4K camera, all of that, excellent. And this is the type of show that could get top notch on the Moorescore, because it's just so much special effects detail, from how they showing everything when they walking through, how she was talking with the people when they were fighting, the way you could see the vibage between the ladies and the way they were depicted. I mean, it's just very good, very well, and I'm gonna give it a 23 out of 25. Storyline and plot, I really enjoyed the storyline, seeing the backstory and learning a little bit more about Ellie and getting to know about who she's lost and what she's gone through, because Joe likes to always say sometimes, what do you know about loss, or what have you been through? But he kind of forgets that she's young and by herself in this world. So where's her parents? Where's her family? Where's her friend? So somehow they all gone. So we get to learn a little bit more about that, and I like to see what happened. So I'm going to give it a 23 as well. I didn't know Ellie had a little bit of sugar in her tank. It's all good, though. Ellie, I like her a little bit more now. Special effects, makeup, costumes, excellent. Everything spot on. very believable with the zombie world, the post-apocalyptic world, the set design, the zombies, the way everybody dressed. Look, I mean, this is excellent. I don't think you can do much better than this. I think you can do just as good, and I'm gonna give it a 25. And then entertainment, fun factor. I really enjoyed this episode. It wasn't the greatest episode of TV I've ever seen, but it was very enjoyable. I'll watch it again, of course, and I don't really have any complaints about it, other than I can't say it's the greatest episode of TV I've ever seen, so I can't give it a 25, but I really enjoyed it. So with that, I'm going to give it a 20, and that gives it a total Moorescore of what? A 91. So I got a Moorescore of 91 for episode 7. Let me go ahead and put that in the bank. And of course, you can always round that down. Instead of a 91, you could put a 9.1 out of 10. Or basically a 9 out of 10. I give this episode a 9 out of 10. If somebody said it was good, but I don't know about a 9, I'd give it an 8.5. I could see that. I could see your case for that. That's cool. That if somebody said, man, this show is good, man, I really like it, I think I'd give it a 9.5. I could see your case for that as well. I wouldn't rate it a 9.5 or an 8.5. So, but I can see your cases and understand. And with that being said, you let me know in the comments what's your Moorescore. Hashtag Moorescore and put your rating in. Alright? For people that start to participate more, I'm going to start having to do things for you guys. For those that follow and is a part of my membership for my channel and part of the Discord family, then you know I've had a lot of things going on behind the scenes, but things are starting to clear up. And once everything's cleared up, I got a lot of exciting things planned for the channel and for everybody watching. So I'm excited, and I appreciate all the support and everybody coming through. Definitely. So again, put in the comments, what's your Moorescore? What would you rate this episode of The Last of Us? I thought it was excellent writing. I mean, this is a top-notch show in every box. I don't know what I can point to best bad about the show, or where they messed up, or they coulda, shoulda, woulda did this or that, other than I would like to see a little bit more fights. Like, we didn't have to always see the zombie stuff, but I wouldn't have mind seeing her get that black eye and beating up old girl. They could have showed that instead of that long ass conversation in the room with the Chinese cop. But or rather I should say Asian. But you know, they could have cut that some and showed us the fight. But for the most part, great show. I don't have anything negative to say about it, and I always call it like it is. They have great writing. I don't really see too many plot holes or things that they messed up, even when like how she was able to get into the mall and turn on the electricity in the games and stuff. She said, and this is the thing that other shows miss. You need to just say a simple line of dialogue to tie everything together, and it shuts everybody up. One line, and she said, well, I've been coming here for a while before you. That's it. We know she's been gone for a few weeks, and she's been coming here for a few times before her. We don't know how many times and how long, but that's the beauty of it. It was obviously enough and long enough to know this. And that is all you need to tie things together that would be like, man, how the hell she know how to play Mortal Kombat? How the hell she know how to do a finishing move? How the hell she doing this and that? How the hell she know how to hook up the electricity for the ball? Man, this is fake. Well, she's had weeks to mess around and figure it out. There you go. You give somebody weeks and all day long, and they got determination, they'll figure it out. So, hey, makes sense. I love it. And, you know, I'm here for it. My man Stan Jackson said, hashtag Moorescore 11.895. That's what's up. But you got to do hashtag Moorescore like this, man. It ain't going to come through. If you do it like that, you won't get entered into the raffle. You got to actually type my name out. You like the Moorescore. Hold up. There you go. You got to do hashtag Moorescore like that. Alright. So everybody, you all let me know what's your Moorescore. What would you rate this episode? And I'll see y'all on the next video. I'll be live tomorrow night at 10 o'clock p.m. as always. Monday night talking BMF. So come through. Make sure y'all pull up. I'm going to be breaking down BMF, the last episode, episode 7. And I got a couple other theories and things to talk about. And hey, I might even start doing the giveaways. Who knows? So come on through. And I appreciate all the support. Don't forget to put the hashtag Moorescore and put your rating. And don't forget to put the hashtag JAYMOOREREVIEWS. And I'll see y'all on the next video, man. Appreciate everybody. Excellent episode for Hbo'S, The Last of Us. And damn, this is probably one of the best shows on TV right now. And that's saying a lot, considering that you got Your Honor, BMF, Godfather of Heart. I mean, it's bangers after bangers after bangers right now. You know what I'm saying? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I can't even get to everything right now. So, look out. Because in a few days, it's on like a pile of net bomb, boy. I'll see y'all on the next one. Deuces.